session is over. Both team players back to team bench area, please.
Quarto how, ding 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 ding, ding ding ding, quarto how, ding 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 ding, ding ding ding。
勇士已经成立12年了
，12年了，
明年就13年了
，13年了，
快到位置坐下吧，
坐下了。
快听话，回到自己的位置上坐好吧。欢迎所有的球迷朋友，在今天11月9号礼拜天的下午，继续来到勇士的主场和平篮球馆，一起来支持台湾的篮球。欢迎大家，先给自己掌声鼓励好吗？谢谢各位用行动支持。那在本周是我们台北富邦勇士篮球队在本季球季的开幕周，非常感谢富邦投信持续的支持我们，在本周一起准备勇者之心，如同我们年度口号的主题周来欢迎大家。相信大家在赛前都有拿到满满丰富的礼品。以及闯关玩游戏拿到很多的好礼，以及在商店有看到许多的新品，欢迎大家把握时间到2楼商店来去做选购哦。而在今天的比赛，也希望大家可以继续陪伴着勇士一起勇敢向前冲。接下来需要各位拿起你们的折扇，用我们的热情掌声欢迎在 Plus 里拿下年度最佳啦啦队308的富邦 Angels。
抬起头，你在左右，对我说还没到尽头，怎么能松手？就算痛也不放手，我有你会陪着我走，我永不退缩，我勇敢向前冲。就算失败，也要停下了脚，就做，燃烧死亡，也要发光闪烁。尽全力去做，为冠军去冲，留遗憾去放。
是新球季全新主题曲《勇敢冲》，已经在各大音乐平台上架了。再次掌声送给富邦 Angels。
现在介绍双方球队登录名单。首先介绍客队洋基工程队，球衣背号2号 No. 2贾科比，4号江嘉乐，9号庄朝胜，10号徐小龙，13号高伟伦，15号林志伟，21号吕冠廷，27号张镇雅，37号 No. 37马克思，66号戴维斯，先发球员 Starting Five， 背号0号叶维杰，1号 No. 1杰克森，7号 No. 7阿拉萨，28号陈宇瑞，49号 No. 49库萨斯，总教练 Head Coach 李义华，助理教练蔡佑勋，助理教练Assistant Coach Nakis Muratidis， 铁人训练师包俊兴，行销总监暨发言人黄博文，总经理钱伟成。全新的赛季，我们将再次挑战卫冕军团，无论面对多大挑战，永不退缩，拼尽全力，不留遗憾，为团队、为冠军而战。今年也将再次打造热血沸腾的勇士主场。
可以这样帮了又帮，帮了又帮哦，不会有人帮，刷卡刷不帮啊。可能教练团不知道怎么用它吧。
No matter the voices, the scars, the hardships, or the doubts, we stand as one. We fight as one. All brace, all heart.
我
球迷们准备好了吗？让我听到你们的尖叫声！现在介绍地主队台北富邦勇士球员登录名单。首先欢迎勇士吉祥物比尔。球员出场，背号0号后卫东北角一哥蓝洋小跑车赖廷恩。背号3号后卫来自麻省理工 MIT 高材生 No. 3 Spencer Lee 林俊佑。背号4号后场发动机能 hold 住目光的全能后卫陈佑伟。背号11号后卫3分冷箭锋芒内敛 KJ 洪凯杰。背号14号小前锋奇妙老爹本土洋将队长蔡文成。背号23号前锋篮板怪物外籍生强纳森。那么他的助理 Jonathan 齐库北。背号25号大前锋能里能外的全能锋线伯莱特。Number 25 Benny Boatwright。背号88号强势回归的本土中锋酷帅高冷江上曾祥俊。And now the starting five。下面介绍先发5人名单：球衣背号1号超强外籍生，体能炸裂的4号位大前锋 Big Mo 莫巴耶。背号6号后卫帅气与球技兼具。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and you. Making their Plus League debut tonight is the Yankey Engineering Arc on the left. They're facing the Taipei Fubon Braves. From Taipei Hoping Gymnasium, we are about to get underway. Game 4 of the Plus League regular season. I'm Ryan Chen, your English broadcaster. Thank you for tuning into the game. After last night's game between the Ghost Hawks and Braves, there's our current standings table with the Puyern Pilots stand at 2 wins and no losses to lead the table. They were last year's regular season top team and eventual Plus League champions. The Braves who ended up in the #2 seed and defeated the Ghost Hawks in the first round of the playoffs, forced the Pilots to a 7-game series, but they find themselves at 0-2, still trying to break through for their first win on the season. Aaron Yang Zhenlei on the left and Jason Huang Tongcao on the right will take care of the Mandarin broadcast track. 球迷朋友们，你找到官方的英文转播，要听杨振磊跟崇超的讲评，当然就按到中文的转播链接。谢谢你的收看，记得我们 Plus 的转播都要按赞。
哇，舒服啊，这里好凉哦。这里是哪里？哦，来到我们全新球季的女孩包厢，难怪有一种味道。很棒，来走！我跟你说，我们女孩包厢也升级啦！你看，全员到齐的海报，每一位都穿上全新制服，而且都这么漂亮，新制服又好看，这里空间又这么棒，新球季新包，这边好像还有一幅画，来，这个海报可以合照一下，他们好逼真哦，头发很突出啊，是真人呐、哇！还眼睛都不会眨哇！原来是真人呐、我跟大家说。除了有这么棒的包厢之外，还有勇士包厢。走，我们带他们去另外一间。比尔，把他们带走。过来！带大家来到第2间勇士的勇者之心包厢。这一间呢，一样基本的一定要有啦。我们年度帅气的主视觉，来看看。哇，这一间还有立体的来，比尔看一下。你看这个动作一模一样有杰哥又有大哥，这个哪里好像都不太对啊，都蛮好的。继续看一下哈，而且每个球员都太帅了吧！听说包厢还会有 Tokyo 的按摩椅，还有我们最舒服的沙发，而且视野又是非常好。要怎么进来呢？一定要订购我们的专线，要来看一下0266027505，等你们来哦！来哦！打电话。
So thanks to Travis and the mascot Bill for introducing the VIP suites here at Hooping Gymnasium when the Braves run operations here and have their basketball games. Well, the Braves, attendance-wise, have performed well. Last night, 6,382. And the bat lot note in gold, the first and this season. The Braves were not the opening game to start the Plus League season. The first season we started in Zhanghua, where the Dreamers hosted the Braves and then the Pilots. And as the runners-up, the Pilots got to host the first Plus League game this season. I guess they were very creative, having a Sunday then a Wednesday, a split opener.
当然还是感谢所有的富邦勇士的球迷这么的支持我们啊。那我们就是努力打出一个很棒的比赛，然后来回馈球迷这样子。还是防守战，那我们目前2战打下来，其实防守没有做得很好。那希望可以再经过一些修正，然后把防守做得很好以外，接下来我们才可以在进攻上面会做得比较不错这样子。洋将的调配基本上在轮替应该是还是会照。前2站的轮替差不多，但是第一站是非米嘛，那现在没有非米以后，我们第2站的调配，应该不会有什么太大的差距啊。那主要还是球队的磨合跟一个赛前的准备，对。
Aaron, speaking of the fan supports, he is thankful for the Braves fans for showing up once again, but they need to play a good game to pay it back. Then saying, what I've been noticing, defense is their #1 priority. They have not done well on that end. And Aaron says, hopefully the adjustments will work today. And after that, they'll see about the offense. And their import rotation will remain the same with Benny Boatwright coming off the bench, previously occupied by Femi Olujobi, who only played 1 game. Over to the Yankee arc. There are 3 imports. From left to right, it's #2, Jacoby Coles, #49, Mindaugas Kupsas, and on the right, the latest signing, Lauren Jackson. Jackson being 170 centimeters, represents the shortest import not only this year, but according to my notes, ever in Plus League history. Previously, we've had Season 2's John Gillen at 183. He only played 3 games. Richie Rivero only played in the Plus League preseason for the Pilots in Season 3. Cedric Bearfield for the Braves East Asia Super League campaign played 5 games at 188 centimeters. Only played 1 Plus League game, and then to stretch it a little bit, Isaiah Briscoe, but he's still 191 centimeters, led the Plus League in scoring and assists last season. Well, perhaps we can expect Jackson to bring even more speed and even more abilities to stretch the floor. It's his first time playing in Asia, and if he's leading the squad, that includes fellow starter Warren Ye Weijie, who last year was in the States but has returned to Taiwan to join the professional ranks, and in the Plus League draft was selected 1st overall by the ARC. Speaking of ARC, we should explain that it's, of course, supposed to represent the biblical ARC, so a large, massive ship, but it really stands for Active Resilience and Knowledge, as announced by their opening presser. Well, their roster construction, as mentioned, 1st overall picks abound from the left to right. Juf Alasan of the Lioneers of 2023, but he did not sign. In the year before, it was Mao Zhang Zhenya who signed with the Pilots. Now he's with his 3rd team. Number 18, former number 18, now wearing 15, George Lin Ziwei, back in 2014 in SBL, and starting tonight, 2018's SBL first overall pick, Chen Yurui.
我觉得有这个机会站上这样的舞台，然后也有入选中华队的机会，对我来讲都是一种肯定。当然，我还是会以一个很兴奋，然后进步去学习的心态，然后持续的往更好的方向迈进。这样，当然就是最好的目标还是以团队为优先嘛。相信4队都一样，当然还是以冠军为目标。而我个人的目标，形容当然是。 还是要全力以赴去拼嘛，但是我还是觉得说稳扎稳打，在场上做好教练的指示，把自己的身价打出来这样。
Warren sharing that it's a nice signal of approval, 肯定, to not only be selected 1st overall, but also to have his name called on for Chinese Taipei's 24-man roster. And he's excited and eager to learn, his family in attendance. And as for the second question, saying team-first approach with the goal of winning this championship in a very small field of 4 teams. And as for the possible Rookie of the Year, says wants to play hard, and through his head coach Guangge's coaching, wants to play it steady. What was the word? We are moments away from tip-off, and that means it's time to introduce the starting lineups for our 2 teams. After saying Wang Litang, Zhang Liyue, and Zhang Junyao are the 3 officials for tonight's game, as the Plus League referees actually now have 2 different jerseys for themselves. Kupsas, Warren, Alasang, Jackson, and Chen Yurui will be starting for the ARC. YKE stands for Yankey, spelled with a Y at the end. Mbaye, Troy Gillenwater, Archie Goodwin, Jeff Wu, alongside of Josh Zhou Guiyu will start for the Braves. Waving his hand is Chairman Jack Liu Ziyuan, who gave remarks at the Yankee ARC's opening press conference. Saying, as part of his remarks, we're doing this for the fans who will provide us the energy. And that's funny, as their slogan is ARC Court, ARC Rules. And things have come together quickly, but playing hard on the court is how they demonstrate how they're swai. The Braves in their pinstripe dark blues will start with the basketball. Chen Yurui starting off guarding Archie Goodwin, as Mbaye early catch and shoot swirls out. The Braves last night suffered a big defeat, to our surprise, in personnel department, as the Go Sox only had 1 import available. That was Lamont Brooks as Kupsas scores the first bucket in ARC history. Formerly played with the Kaohsiung Aquas, where in the inaugural year they won the championship of the now defunct T1 League. The other way, a defensive foul by ARC as Goodwin was making a move. Goodwin, the second youngest player in the 2013 NBA draft. Yesterday was held to a surprisingly low point total of 8. And that was almost astounded to see he only took 1 free throw. That's as opposed to the 17 he took against the Pilots in the Plus League opening game in Taoyuan. And they're yet to score after that miss. So a couple post-ups for Kupsas as Goodwin pokes it out of bounds. Three on the way and is too strong. They'll get another chance. Rebounding was a big issue for the Braves this season. As Jackson down low as Alasang slams it. So the first stats of Warren Yeoicha is an assist. Alasang actually played last season in the SPL for Taiwan Beer, 22 regular season games. Gillen takes the 3 and he cashes it. Last night made his Plus League debut and scored 15 points. After some pressure, Jackson looking for some relief. Drops it as Alasang again with the dunk. This time it's Jackson on the give and go. Alasang showing off why he was named the first overall pick by the Lioneers, as a little bit of a mismatch, but ball on the deck. Mbaye is fouled by Jackson coming over to help. Here you're starting to see the evidence of the Braves' issues. They're allowing a lot of penetrations and even cuts. With not much resistance, and now free throw shooting, a huge issue. With 3 misses coming into tonight. The Braves are a 67% free throw shooting unit. Not that the Plus League's all that good at 65.4%. Jackson being pressured by Jeff Wu. Warren with a little bit of daylight. His 3 is off the mark, and Kupsas forces an out of bounds off of Josh. Braves are really looking for some energy right now. Now into 6-year Josh captaining the team as Alasang up close. And a nice counter and a left hook. Awaiting the entrance onto the court for other players of the ARC as Mbaye is swatted away. Alasang there to clean up the mess. There you see that counter so hard for Gillenwater, not already connected. Mbaye trying to go with a dribble poke and gets the roll. Mo last season averaged 11 points in detailed many times how he's had to deal with a lot of injury stemming from that foot that he hurt in the opening game. With some space, Gillenwater, another one. And that'll put the Braves up just like that. Jackson will control. One thing about him, last season took 6 3-pointers per game. It seems like Yankey needs to tone it down a little bit. 2 misses that are too long as Mbaye to Josh, left wide open, and perhaps there's a reason. Zhou trying to find the stroke. On the season, 3 for 10 beyond. Jackson, this time on the catch and shoot, rattles it home. That's it. Lauren Christian Jackson out of Chicago, Illinois. He was the latest to be announced on November 4th by the ARC social media. Gillenwater fumbles it and hit on the 3-point attempt. There's the coach of the ARC, Li Yihua, formerly known as Li Yunggong, and that's why we call him Guangge. Trying to argue about a high 5 foul, which, funny enough, was outlawed in the NBA this season. Asang with 2 personal. And can you believe it? The first made free throw by the Braves. Gillenwater far offset at the free throw line. Well, Asang might have 2 personal, but ARC are quite deep at the big position for an expansion team. Braves back up. By my count, they have 5 local bigs, averaging 206 centimeters tall. And thanks to Quincy Davis being announced, that means they're average 31 years old, as brushed out of bounds. Not a great entry pass. So we'll include the Kaohsiung Steelers last season, who basically reconstructed their roster with a lot of rookies. Only had 4 local bigs at 198.5. Yankey from the right corner. That one's good. The 195 centimeter tall forward in high school out of Nansan. Driving to the basket. Goodwin draws a foul out of the ARC. Somehow left wide open, and I think a switch was not communicated. Meanwhile, Chen Yurei was kind of late to the party. Anyways, last year's Steelers, only 4 local bigs, 198.5 and averaging 25 years old. Of course, Jordi Chimanga was out there as much as he could be, leading the league in rebounds, blocks, and I believe steals as well. Meanwhile, the Kings from season 2, New Taipei Kings, 198.4 centimeters, 28.4 years old. The Steelers that same year, only 194.8 and at 25.2 years old. Again, Quincy Davis making the biggest difference, as Goodwin trying to find a little bit more rhythm at the line. And then the inaugural year Lioneers, 5 local bigs at 197.6, 29.3 years old. Wu Daihao certainly helped in that department. From the elbow, that is a missed shot by Asang. Goodwin will give it a try, and it ricochets out. Jackson will lead it up ahead. Seeing an early double team as a skip pass. Chen Yurei forcing it to Kupsas, who banks it in. Doesn't look as smooth as we've seen other bigs, but maybe I've been watching too much Kareem or Hakeem highlights lately. But when turned around, Kuthas stays on the block as Josh can't handle the pass. Oh, the Braves defense is a little bit better after the initial arc possessions. But the new guys on the block have the 16-13 lead as we are in our first break of the ball game.
你在展示你的肌肉，来看一下大荧幕哦。你愿意跟比尔做个朋友，就一起比个圈圈。哦，叉叉，谢谢你，比尔，怎么办？来下一位朋友。哦哦，还有吗？比尔，你会不会都没有交到新朋友？来下一位朋友，看一下大荧幕，不要滑手机了。你愿意跟比尔？哇，比尔加油！来，我们继续找出下一位朋友。来看一下大荧幕。好，谢谢你，欢迎来到勇士主场，谢谢你。来，下一位朋友看一下大荧幕，跟比尔互动的时间来了。来，这位朋友看一下大荧幕。好，看到了，看到了。哦哦，来，下一位朋友。比尔，你被已读不回了。你好，你好，欢迎你来到勇士主场。好，我们继续为勇士加油，谢谢。没错，所以一定要先打扮一下哦，然后到时候到镜头上。为什么又骂吹了？对，为什么又有骂吹的事呢？可以不要到处说。好，跟着 Angels 来为勇士加油，谢谢大家。网友自己选择啊。
Welcome back to the broadcast. Your likes on the YouTube live stream are appreciated. Three-point attempt to start off the action after the break. As Mbaye tries to do his part. Funky transition work by the arc as Jackson early three. They're just chucking away. We've seen previous Plus League teams take a high volume of three-pointers. Well, the Arcs are really pushing it in the early goings. Already launching 10 in the first 6 minutes of play. Mbaye taking it to the deck. He's hit. Can't get the finish. Trying to get around 34 years young Kupsas. Turned professional at 17 years old. Mbaye from Senegal was the team captain his last year at the collegiate level. The Braves are trying to shake off an early season malaise after a thrilling OT win in the East Asia Super League against the P.LEAGUE champion Utsunomiya Brex. As a bad pass as the Braves finally collect it. Not matched up. Gillenwater shoots the three. And Jeff, ooh, look what I found. Seems like there's now a disconnect with the five on the floor for the Arc. Jackson trying to cut the gap as Warren gets a foul out of Zhou Guoyu's help defense. The Arc are the last to play in the Plus League. The Pilots Braves game 1 back on October 26th. And then the Ghost Hawks on the 29th. And due to the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, after December 11th, Pilots Braves, there will not be another game until December 20th. That's the Ghost Hawks home opener against the Arc. Chance to introduce number 2, Jacoby Coles. Out of Grand Canyon University, averaging 14.5 points his senior year as Galway Lun. He's taking his turn to guard a Goodwin. 6 team fouls by the Arc to 1 by the Braves is probably something that the Yihua is going to bring up. See the free throw shooting, Braves 12 attempts, but leaving some at the line. And out of bounds off of Mo. Goodwin making only 1 of 6. Kind of a makeshift box and 1. Braves get the stop. Josh left open, checks the floor, then shoots the 3. As the Braves have taken the 20-18 lead. The Arc have really not gotten the basketball below the free throw line. Pushed by Boatwright will be the Braves' second team foul. Getting a look at Arc not matching up in transition. Off the backboard, left it off the mark and quickly taken away by the former Brave, Zhang Zhenya. Funky no-look pass as Knowles clutching in the air, laying it in. We're seeing a lot of the second unit for the new Plus League team. As Goodwin gets the lay-in, crossing up Zhang Zhenya. Wow, what a spinning one-handed hammer. Assist by Galway Lun. He goes by Allen, but on the Steelers, he was known as Zozo. A whistle on the rebounding. It's going to be white ball. Now, his nickname is a funny story, and it's told by Isaiah Briscoe. Get another look at Alassane. I don't know if he knew where the defense was, but that spin, and he still had the legs to get up and dunk it. Knowles kind of a Euro and lays it in. Kind of one of those contact Euro steps. Well, Galway Lun finished off that point, number 13. When he would talk to Isaiah Briscoe, would always say he's conditioned so-so, so therefore that's the name. As the ball is poked away, Jackson with a man to his right, flip around pass, and Zhang Zhenya gets the bank. A little bit of transition game for the Arc. Josh maneuvering around the ball screen. Now Boatwright to Mbaye from 17 feet. That's a big go. That's Mbaye's best range. Right around the free throw area. Jeff Wu, I don't know if he was trying to jump the pass. Would be pretty difficult through Lauren Jackson there. And look, Jackson faked the pass, took it to the left, and then wrapped it around the defender. A lot of back doors available if they can get Jackson on one side. As Jeff Wu picks Coles. Now the Braves get the fast break layup. Tanyoway on the left side. Overmatched in some part of the floor. The arc don't find the open man. Sideline out of bounds. Here we see, I don't know if Jeff Wu actually picked Coles or if he just flopped it on his own. Hoopsauce is back in the game. Looks like a foul first, off ball. Well, like I said, Mark do have a lot of options with local bigs. Here you look at Asang hit Jeff Wu first. Changes for the arc as they're looking on the bench. Jeff Wu's caught the bug as well. Marcus Quirk will check into the game. We've one of 3 members of last year's Steeler squad who've been picked up by the arc. And Galway Luen and number 9 Zhang Cao Sen, who we've yet to see on the floor. KJ, number 11, in for the Braves. Let's see who will run point now. Warren taking it and losing it. Kind of started a good move, but as soon as he hit that 3-point break, things got shaky. Looks like Josh might have had something to do with that one. Number 10, Jay, to perfect pressure in the front court as the Braves slowly get it up. Oh, right, going baseline and overshooting it. Then on the second effort, backboard and good. Hoopsauces. A jump pass as Allen's three got it. Galway started 6 games for the Steelers last year and really did so from his defensive effort. You see Hoopsauce is going to see a lot of double teams, so there's going to be opening somewhere. Go right, trying to go with power, and he does with a one-handed push shot. And the arc turned it over in the backcourt. I believe that is already the 5th turnover by the team. Boat right, step back, almost. Looks like Gillenwater tossed Quirk. he's arguing that there was contact to him first. You can see that Quirk's right elbow kind of brushed up into Gillenwater. That was kind of two guys jostling there, so I don't know if it's necessarily the intent. So from Edinburgh, Quirk makes the first free throw. Started 16 games for the Steelers last year as a rookie. Started off the season in Höping Gymnasium and followed up with another game where he's had some red-hot shooting. They're tied up at 31 as Sayonwe in the offense going to Gillenwater. A triple team and a foul. Yeah, Zhuangcaosen on the baseline and Kalweilun from the top. Gillenwater as mentioned, 15 points in his debut. Did not attempt any free throws. So we're going to see him a couple times at the charity stripe tonight. Jackson back in for the perhaps last possession of the first quarter. Braves nice and tight around the paint. Kind of zoned up as Josh and Josh and Jerry paying attention to Jackson. Hesitation, flying high off the backboard and flicked out of bounds. The light has gone off, but there's 0.7 on the clock. I guess there was a shot clock, game clock difference.
Three. Zone three. Mark.
A lot of confusion right now as we now see 1 second on the clock. Well, if it's Braves basketball, it's a tough proposition, 1 second or 2 seconds. Josh from about 3/4 court, a pretty good effort. As the first 12 is in the books. Braves up by 2, but not after the Yankee arc open up the game with the lead. Time for us to step aside before the start of the second quarter coming up.
那 Angels 来拿礼物，我们要送给现场的朋友喽。声音越大声的区域，就越有机会 拿到礼物哦。来喽来喽 ，Go Go Go， 发礼物喽！拿出你的热情。
You can follow along with the statistics of the game. PLEAGUEofficial.com/game/665 for this particular one. PLEAGUEofficial.com. Might get Fibra in attendance. Taking in the scenes, last year played with the New Taipei Kings, mostly in the Basketball Championship League Asia East. Awei Lun dribble pull-up was pure. Last year averaged 4.5 points per game, only on 31% from 2, 28% from 3. Solid 81% free throw shooter as KJ in the corner, sidestep 3, got it. Lots of confidence in that left-handed stroke. Both teams overloading the ball side a lot as Kupsas overdoes the push shot. KJ, heat checked? No. Kind of rifle it underneath. Work gets the lay-in. Good dime for PLEAGUE. 2 assists for him. That's actually how we got on the stat sheet first. Boat right, no good. How about Quirk giving it a try? Marquez got to improve on their transition defense. We're mismatching a bunch of times. Gillenwater getting the left hand and got the bump. Works second personal. There, see some contact with the right elbow. The bump to the body was within reason. Yeah, you got to ask the referee who goes to the trail position on free throws. That's how the rotations work. I guess trail position in any foul. Defu face guarding Jackson, so Warren will bring it up. Burke on the cut, goes to the left hand and is stopped. Flip the other way, KJ left open from the wing. And it will bounce, they say, off of the Braves. Right in front of their bench. They're making a lot of noise about their disagreement with the call. Down low to Kupsas, flipping it up and in to change the angle of the entry pass. The Arc will call Hsinchu City Stadium their home, as opposed to Liners Hsinchu County Stadium. Gillenwater now facing Alasang, who's playing with 3 personal. Looks like a hook, but he gets the whistle. In fact, the left arm hook upwards. Right now, Gillenwater providing the best mismatch for the Braves. Also another, can you believe it? Not only 4 rebounds in 21 minutes of action, but the Braves this season are not a good defensive rebounding team. Timeout on the floor. Last night, the Braves lost to the Ghost Hawks 112-76. A 36-point difference. Have a 2-point advantage as we head to another break.
好，比尔往那边找哈，那我往这边走喽。这边有吗？上篮速度哦，要很有信心，很快哦。这边也照顾一下吧。你要真的很有信心。今天有10位朋友，5对5，不比赛，我们不是打正式的篮球赛，我们是比上篮的速度。谁最有信心？这边提醒一下10位朋友，接到小球的朋友们，记得在第2节打完，来到2边篮筐后方做集合报道。要考验的是各位上篮的速度。
暂停结束 ，end of timeout。
Yankee Arc are the 4th expansion team in Plus League history. There's the Lioneers, the Kings, the Steelers from Season 1 and Season 2. And they are the 5th team to join the Plus League after the Ghost Hawks did last off-season. I guess last off-season. They're taking the place of the Kaohsiung Steelers, who actually never had a taste of the Plus League playoffs in their 4-year history. Work from the post, back to Warren. He shoots his 6th 3 of the game and makes it his 2nd. Connecting from the left wing, he's got 8. 2 screens for Archie Goodwin. Had a real rough time trying to maneuver around 2 screeners. Another look at Mbaye somehow go down to guard Quirk, and it makes me think they're supposed to play some kind of screen, as looks like the Arc's argument is Jeff Wu pushed Galway-Lin into Goodwin. Flare screen as KJ, chasing after his own board, flips it to a teammate. That one was deserved. Third personal on Galway-Lin. Don't know why he jumped there. Step back for Gillenwater, almost. Another Yearly J3. But a tap outwards, that's dangerous as the Braves have a break going. KJ almost threw it away. Mo, shot fake, dribble pull-up, easy. Oh, with an early 9 points on the game. Scored 14 in last night's affair. Galway-Lin on the baseline, another one. Very improved part of his game. Through not even one half of basketball. Gonna let Goodwin feel his pressure. And through the defense, scores the lay-in. Jackson willing to go off ball again as they say a foul first. The Braves only a first foul to the Arcs 4 this quarter. Gonna look at Goodwin. Maybe offer that right elbow. Supposed to use your shoulder or your chest for legal offensive separation with the defense. Tonyure's hit. Arc are assembled with a lot of intrigue in their roster construction. Saw the graphic of their first overall picks, and they actually have, including Warren, a number of Taiwanese players who played collegiately. Very brief glance of Jade Yu Xiaolong. He is listed as an overseas Chinese, but also joined by, also drafted in the Plus League draft, Jiang Jiale, goes by Caleb, who, like Jeff Wu, went to Monasterio Christian. Baya getting his chance. Low right with the board. Goodwin slicing, getting to the cup. Jeff Wu trying to apply pressure, commits another foul for the Braves. In a look at the misdirection, and Kupsas too late to offer any help. On the switch, Jackson going right, finding the crease and missing the shot, but free throws coming up. Mentioned before how smaller guard imports in the Plus League has had some trouble finding consistent success. No team has ever looked for an import shorter than 6 feet. Braves call timeout as the Arc take the 1-point lead halfway through the second quarter.
Try to attack the closeout from the corner. Yeah.
You right? Hunter, 勇士你要先哦。Hunter. So Archie, Jeff will say screen for you early. I say early. And so Mo, you stay here. All right?
Start now.
Hey, maybe screen twice. Maybe one time here. Oh, maybe one time here, one time here. And then he switch. All right, and after that, finish the quarter. All right, after that, outside. I want to attack B-man 5 minutes. Attack B-man, use it. Mo, you can pop. Oh, if no, you can DHO with Penny. All right, let's go. Hey, play together. Let's go. Right.
Goodwin to inbound. As Jeff Wu now screening. And a dribble turnover on number 10. Look at Jackson come over to threaten, and Goodwin kind of flipped his wrist, and that caused the ball to go out of bounds. see the box and one, whereas Jeff Wu trailing Jackson everywhere on the floor. Quirk left wide open. His three is connect. 7 points on his evening. Coming out of Hubei Tech University. Baye can't get through, so Jeff Wu from the left corner. And on the bounce. But countered by the Braves, and remains a 1-point game. Jeff Wu was actually, as we said yesterday's broadcast, a decent three-point shooter last year. Strong pursuit as Kupsas finds some space, but contact a lot both ways. Jie, no good, and a lot of contact this time to call a foul. Both teams in the penalty. In fact, the Arc shooting free throws now. There you see two hands on, and then both players engage on that last dislodge. Now Goodwin is teed up. Goodwin, second personal, as specialty fouls also add to the accumulation along with personal fouls in the FIBA rulebook. 6 to a foul out in the plus league. Lauren Jackson rattles it out. Nearly broke the East Asia Super League single game scoring record, did Goodwin, against the Utsunomiya Brex. Held by Willie Warren back with the SK Knights. Taipei, another close miss at the free throw line. He is one of 7 players who played in the Plus League last season. And those 7 have only played 1,500 minutes last year, so it's kind of reasonable that the other teams aren't super enthusiastic about hanging on to them. Foul on the three-point attempt. Take another look. He did have a flopping warning on a three-point attempt yesterday. It's rather convincing to me that Goodwin's elbows flinched. I need another close-up look at that one. Well, the fouls are accumulating quite fast for the Arc. Alasang with 4, now Quirk with 3, and Galwaylin with 3. Get another look. Goodwin is certainly going forward on this shot. Not the worst thing in the world, though, as we seem to have ourselves a case of the yips. 2 more to make it right. Goodwin with a personal 8 points tonight. And a 1-for-3 trip. Jackson putting it up and good. Utilizing Koopsas's ball screen. Baye had that one swatted out of bounds. Anyway, did a last touch. Looks like he can fill out that uniform a lot more. Borai sees two defenders. Shoulder fake to the shot as Jeff Wu gets another offensive rebound, and seems like we have extracurriculars going on. In fact, on the rebounder, Jeff Wu. Is it on the wrap? Looks like it was on the wrap. Josh switches on to Jackson. He pulls up for three and bottoms it. So a turnover on an offensive foul, then a quick three later. ARC have built up a 5-point advantage. Timeout Braves. Definitely seems that the Braves don't want to give up that Jeff Wu on Lauren Jackson boxing one too quickly. As good as a defender as Josh is, it is certainly going to be a challenge to keep up with Jackson.
然后他们现在守这个位置的时候 ，Max 赶快读一个点。
Looking through his statistics from last season with Sarni Slups. 32 games played, almost 18 points, 4.3 assists on 47, 44, and 86 shooting splits.
Let's go.
Set the ball screen. You set the ball screen. PG at the bottom.
Like I mentioned before, 6.3 three-point attempts per game in the last year's campaign. They're definitely looking for him to lead because at point guard, or a possible point guard, mentioned Caleb, Jiang, Jie-Te, they're rookies. Second year, Zhang Taosi and Gao Weilun, who the latter is really more of a shooting guard. And Taiyue, who's only a moonlit as a point guard. Really is an off guard. Galen Water backing up, but losing the handles of it. Offering it to Josh, who left open from three. That's going to keep happening to him until he responds. Arc gets the stop, as now the Braves in man defense. Burke maneuvering right, over to Warren, falling to the left, and it hits the shot clock. The rookie has taken the most field goal attempts of the ARC in their debut game. He has 8, Jackson has 6. As the field goal attempt leaders for White. Gillenwater with a catch and shoot 3. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Jackson looking for the basketball. 3 defenders go at him, and he slices through to the left and lays it in easily. Well, the defense sometimes will really drop their concentration when they know help defense is coming. Gillenwater, a dribble and a little drop in. The ARC clearly did not want to foul him again. Deep entry pass, Koopsas through some contact, no good. The other way, Mbaye. And an offensive foul. A missed opportunity there with Yankey coming in a little late. Look, see Mbaye check backwards. And I think there is even an argument that Mbaye might be getting off a little easily with just an offensive foul. Still a 5-point arc lead, as now Goodwin switched on to Jackson. Two bigs working in the painted area. 4 seconds left. Warren finds himself with a 3 from the left corner. Mbaye, look what I found on the Goodwin. As Taylor Chen would say, Hail Mary 3, thinking that there was a foul. Weren't quite to answer as Kupsas brushes it out of bounds. Kupsas has convinced his coach that they want to challenge that out of bounds play. And referees will go to the monitor. Once again, you'll hear from the referees at the monitor working with the crew of Formosa Television, Taiwan the Yankey. And maybe Kupsas has an argument, as typically when you have an offensive player going for the rebound through the defender, they're going to brush the ball past them. But in this case, Gillenwater had 2 hands in the vicinity, and it looks like it hits off of his right. Sorry if I was speaking too much through it. We'll see the call now.
经过回放，白对球。
Well, easy enough. Arced basketball. Kupsas with 3 boards on the game, and now helps his team to a team rebound. Looks like we are trying to figure something out over on the Brave side. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Jackson keeping the dribble alive. Now switches left, kick out. Warren's 3. Feet weren't all that set as Kupsas hitting it. Was taken out of bounds by a block shot from behind. Another look. He's probably arguing that Gillenwater's left hand on his back got him off balance. Bad pass, and here come the Braves. Got a 3-on-2 going on as Archie Goodwin falls and draws the foul. Chance for the Braves to draw in closer. Here you see taking the arms to Warren's midsection. But thrown off balance, and balance is one of the key words with officials. Trying to line drive, and Goodwin is looking for answers. Braves are giving him encouragement. His 10th, now 11th free throw is in. This is really the key side of the floor. Braves defensively are looking at the arc, nearing the 60-point mark after the Ghost Hawks, I believe, had 63 last night. Kupsas in the midst of 3 defenders. Chance for the Braves to run. Josh Hammer to Mbaye. Monkey footwork with spin and no good as Jackson blocks out Josh. Taking his time and called out of bounds off of White. Jackson having an interaction with Goodwin there. Maybe he thought a teammate was there. Oh no, it was communication with his teammate Warren. Early entry pass as Jackson leaving Jeff Wu wide open, and in it goes. Braves up by 1. Warren continues to see his shooting percentage drop, grabs the board, and teammates abound. Throws a turnover. 2-on-1 now. Zozo, good defense as Jeff Wu cleans up the mess. And the Arc called timeout despite the chance to run it back. This is the kind of energy the Braves have been looking for. A little bit of effort. The steal and the attack the other way. There you see Zokoi wisely finding a wide open teammate, cutting through against the double team. Jeff Wu in last night's game, 0 points, 1 assist. He only took 1 field goal attempt, to be fair. Head coach of the Arc, Li Yihua, actually only has 3 teams under his coaching resume. That is the Yulong Dinos, the New Taipei DEA, who won the championship in the 2nd year, and now the Yankee Arc. Let's see what he drew up in the timeout as the Braves doing a switching defense. Jackson just taking it up, floats it up with 2 hands and in like... Water kind of loose with the handles. He's got 2 on him, switches to the other side and blows the layup. 12 seconds left. Arc got a 3-on-1 as Quirk drops it in. Ball getting loose and from 50 feet. We got to work on that shot a little bit more, but Arc take the lead back, and a 60-59 is the score heading into the locker rooms. Oh, looks like we'll add a little bit more time left, just like the end of the first quarter. Wonder if the referees or one of the coaches can convince the referees to put more time on. Enough for a catch and shoot, if you can believe the FIBA rulebook. And we won't get the pleasure. So the new guys on the block are on the road to start their team history and have a 1-point lead after the first half of play. We'll be back with halftime analysis after this.
2024-2337，请赶快移动你的脚步来到两边篮筐后方集合，以及10位参赛者接到小球的赶紧来集合。好，接下来先提醒大家，我们准备要来关闭场灯。如果在移动中的朋友，请一定要留意您的脚步。我们准备关灯。好的，既然还没有要离开的上厕所的朋友，就留在现场。接下来，让我们今天一起来欢迎要为各位带来演出的富邦 Angel， 掌声欢迎！掌声送给富邦 Angels。在这边也提醒所有现场的勇士伙伴，在本季我们在中场休息时间都会有 Angels 来带来精彩的演出，也请大家别急着错过哦。谢谢大家，谢谢 Angels。
November 12th, Wednesday at Jiangsu Student Gymnasium, the Seoul SK Knights host Hong Kong Eastern, who the latter will make their season debut in the East Asia Super League after last year's campaign, winning 3 games, losing 3 games, and not qualifying for the Final Four. Back here in a Plus League play, we're introduced to Yankey Arc, the new basketball team who will be playing their home games in Hsinchu City, have a 1-point lead over the Braves. There's their combined team statistics: points, field goal shooting, 3-point shooting, rebounds, assists, and turnovers. I think both teams are okay with some turnovers as long as they're playing with some pace and they're playing with some aggression to try to score. And we've seen a lot of scoring so far in this game. Now, both teams are 60% and better from 2-point range, but only 30% and less than 30% from 3-point range. So it's kind of either poor shot making or maybe defenses with some holes. Over on the Arc side, 14 points for Jackson, Marcus Quirk with 9, and Alassane with an emphatic 8 points. We missed the Braves earlier, but Gillenwater with 16. Oh, now they come. Gillenwater with 16, Jeff and Mbaye with 11 apiece, and Archie Goodwin 9 points, and Benny Boatwright with 4. Still a problem for the Braves as the Arc have 30 points in the paint, well on their way to another 60-point offense in the painted area. Now the Braves, not shown on the stat sheet, but are they staying in the game because of or in spite of 15 for 26 at the free throw line, perhaps taking advantage of the inexperience of some of the arc big men trying to stay in front of Gillenwater, or the guards trying to stay in front of Archie Goodwin. And yet Archie Goodwin 3 for 11 from the line, and Mbaye and Jeff Wu each with a miss. Gillenwater has been more than serviceable, 8 for 9 at the line. So they're going to the line, but only 57%, 58% is kind of a weird trade-off. On the other side, the arc, we've not seen as much rotation. You're seeing a few highlights of number 2, Coles. In just 3 minutes of play, was able to score a couple of layups. So they've really stuck to Koopsas and Jackson as their 2 main imports. And the anticipated debut of first overall pick in the last offseason, Warren Yewejia, well, he certainly had the confidence, because he's taken 12 first half 3-pointers and no 2-pointers, and has turned it over a couple of times. And I think pretty incredible that he's done so much on the stat sheet. But with those missed shots, he has an efficiency score of 0. But only his first game in his first season. We'll see if he still has the legs in the second half. We'll go to another break, and we'll return after the following messages.
好，看到星星出现了，代表他已经是最后一棒了。右手边加油，攻击追上来喽！勇者之心，上篮成功。好，完成。来，我们把它带起来。好，把它带起来，我们拍个合照。好，对对对，谢谢谢谢。好，我们一起来合照，头套一起戴着好吗？可爱的来一张合照。来中间，面向前方。好，小心我帮你。好 ，OK。好，我们转过来哈。来看前方。来看中间哦。好，圣诞树戴好。来，小朋友一起哦。来，先看这里，先看这里。来这里。OK， 来这边 OK 吗？好，谢谢。来后方领奖，谢谢你们，帮我们归还头套，谢谢。接下来我要来继续颁发的是神预测，来我们往场边移动。神预测有3位得主，可以获得由三星所提供的耳机，还有智慧手表。来，笔友一起合照一张。来看这里哦，来我们往左手边一步。OK， 来这里。谢谢你们，恭喜你们，来后方领奖，谢谢。
Like everybody else does. Forget about your friends, they don't care where we go. If they do, they're lost in a crowd of people. I've been looking for you forever, baby. We go together, baby. We go. In this crazy world of choices, I've only got a few.
都这么大了，自己的同学都不知道要保啊。
成为准备好的轻松派，一切交给更快速、更保障、更创新的富邦产险。
1和2，刚刚的比赛太精彩了，但是更精彩的还有中场表演，对不对？哎，大家昨天跟今天有没有发现我们特别新增了，在本季 Angels 都会在中场带给大家演出哦。今天邀请到昨天带给大家中场演出的3位韩籍成员雅音、浩真、敏真啊，要跟大家分享本季中场时间呢，别急着去上厕所，如果没办法抽奖没关系，没办法玩游戏没关系，一定要留下来现场一起看表演，每一场都有给大家不一样的彩蛋哦。而在下一次见面会等到12月份啦，12月的13号以及24号，24号不就是圣诞夜吗？我们希望可以邀请所有的勇士伙伴一起来到勇士主场和平篮球馆，一起共度圣诞节。我们12月见哦。
无法取代的你。无法取代的你，海盐海洋碱性离子水。
辛苦了一周又够累，哥哥带你去吃 Fridays， 晚餐搭配 Friday 就像派对，每次飘散着浓厚香味，红的松的漂亮的座位，除了排碳烤让我沉醉，美好的时光不该早睡 ，Don't worry about that， 今天就是 Friday， 美式的风格气氛正在堆叠，不用出国信息都变悠闲，朋友都到了，味道太香了 ，Friday 都能待在这里，那就太棒了 ，Fridays。
Samsung Galaxy S25旗舰系列。
Easy. Find a pet-friendly Italian restaurant with outdoor seating nearby and text it to Luca.
一声指令，跨 App 执行，让神队友帮你。用说的就搞定 ，AI 神队友说了算。Galaxy S25旗舰系列。
水分流失，快喝 FIN 好菌补给饮，补水补好菌，好活力。FIN 好菌补给饮。
FIN 大玩特玩。FIN 的等渗透压与人体较接近，能迅速补充水分与电解质。喝水不够，喝 FIN 就好。FIN 补给饮料。
好，请大家看一下大荧幕上方，在东四旗有3位幸运的得主，可以在今天赛后来到场内，与今天 Angels 的应援。
Yankey Engineering, founded in 1980, starting in the freezing and food storage section of commerce, then moved into, in 1985, into electronics. And really, they've been a standout in HVAC systems and clean rooms and high-tech fabs. Oh, those are very important for the high-tech industries here in Taiwan. HVAC standing for heating, ventilation, air conditioning. I'm sure people appreciate that. Approaching nearly 2 billion NT in total assets, according to what I could find. As for the basketball, they definitely need to do a better job at defending the boards, as the Braves on 9 offensive rebounds have a 10-2 second chance points advantage. So coming up in a few weeks, Chinese Taipei in the World Cup qualifiers will be selecting from their roster perhaps many Plus League players. 13 players and 2 staff members were on the initial table of personnel listed. They have games on November 28th in Kobe against Japan, and they will follow it up with a December 1st home game against the Japanese squad. Archie Goodwood and Baye ball screen. Gillenwater in the start avoids the takeaway and is blocked out of bounds. And they say off of blue. And I'm kind of curious. Perhaps that was clean defense, but I don't know if Gillenwater brought the basketball out of bounds. The referees will have a little conference, and they will confirm Yankees basketball. Let's take another look. Once again, the Braves some kind of defense to try to corral Jackson, who misses his 3. Early foul by rookie Ye Weijie. Mark took 21 3-pointers. There you see Ye Weijie reach in at the wrong time. Turner holds him off, and Gillenwater will try from long range and airballs it. Warren maneuvering right. His first 2 of the professional career will be a long rebound to Goodwin, floating up to Jeff Wu. Got hot in the first half. A funky 1-1-3 going on for the Braves. We have yet to see a score here in the second half. Baye giving it a try. How about Warren this time from the right wing? Seems like we need to rethink how valuable 3-pointers are. Gillenwater will give the Braves another chance. As Mo taking on Koopsas, got him on the up fake, and no on the bounce. But the Arc bad at their rebounding effort. Give up 2 in a row. Gillenwater finally have mercy. Shooting percentage. Looking for Koopsas on the overpass. Going baseline, and that's an easy 2. No resistance there by the Braves defense. Baye really didn't get into his legs. His own legs, that is. You want the offensive player to feel your physical pressure. As Jackson leaving Jeff Wu wide open. That's cash. A cut by Alasang and a quick jam. Perhaps it'll be the Arc's motivation to play some real defense. Another foul, as Goodwin was making a move. Ye Weijie's 4th assist on the game. It's a good counter to the defense the Braves are playing. Josh given some room. He tries the three and downs it. So the Braves heating up after a cold start to the third quarter. Take back the lead. A 9-4 start here in the third. Jackson finds a crease. Trying to find an entry. Now Goodwin up ahead. He's got two. And with a one-handed tomahawk. Sends the arc to the timeout. A quick Braves run. They're up by 6. Looking to notch their first victory in the Plus League season.
来喽，第一位朋友跟着姐姐一起来哦，跟着姐姐动一动，别害羞。来到勇士主场，除了看 Angel 跳舞之外，我们一起来动一动，双手单手都跟着姐姐一起摇摆。下一位朋友，谢谢你。好，下一首会吗？来，跟着我们就是迷你的贝尔一起动一动，小朋友。跳舞非常好，非常可爱，给他掌声好吗？大家。好，下一首，好，跟着 Tracy 还有 Lady 一起动动。好，下一首了。谢谢你，别害羞。
On this day in Plus League history, the Braves defeated the Pilots 117-114 here at Taipei Hooping Gymnasium on. In fact, it was last season, early on, which is funny enough, not the highest scoring game of Season 5. That was the Braves' loss to the Steelers, 113-119. Anyways, in that Pilots game, the benches combined for 86 points, whereas the average on the season was 71 points. Nick King made his season debut, a game-high 29 points on 7 three-pointers made. But that will be eventually tied by 3 others. KJ had a career high 26. And funny enough, the Pilot starters, a combined 139 minutes, were minus 18. That's a rough way to go. The craziest thing about that box score, number 7 Chao Tu-Yu, who's now had another knee operation, started, only played 8 minutes, got 1 rebound and 1 foul. Barry Lent throws the entry pass. He's fresh into the substitution as Kupsas spins baseline, floats it up for a miss, and Braves have numbers ahead. Goodwin flips it back to Mbaye for an easy lay-in. Quirk left open in the left corner. They really need it, as Tony Ray battles for an offensive board. Jackson taking the contact. Will need to earn it from the line. It's very apparent that he is adept at cutting either right or left. There you see with Kupsas missing the hook and 4 or 3 other arcs underneath the basket. There is not much in transition defense. One thing that you've heard is you might not want to just crash the offensive board. You might want to consider what is called jamming, or putting yourself right up against the defensive player. As we have a reshoot. Looks like actually a rebounding foul, and Kupsas will get some rest. Deflected pass and another turnover. Goodwin was a crease up and out as Gillenwater lost the basketball. Look out of bounds. You see Jacoby's back in. Only 3 minutes played in the first half. Goodwin, he gets the basket. And the Braves have now made it a double-digit lead. Let's get past the Quirk. Shot fake. How about a 15-foot push shot? That one off target. Braves get a foul out of the Galway Lund. And a look at switching hands, and Galway Lund's touch of the left hand was the foul. In the first half, the Braves 6 for 22 from 3. Here in the third quarter, 4 for 9. Just an out of bounds, they say, as KJ shoots it and makes it in Jackson's area. So that's 5 for 10. Markov attempted 4 and missed all 4. There, the graphic. Switching sides. Warren's 2, way right. Seems like the percentages have come back in the Braves' favor defensively. Goodwin keeping the dribble alive and an easy layup. Arc take their second time out of the second half. The defense full of holes, and the offense missing their open shots, taking difficult shots, and the Braves will not say no to some easy giveaways. The Braves missed out on a corner shooter on a baseline out of bounds play last time. You see no defensive strategy, the back line, whether to contain or to switch or to help. Goodwin took advantage.
Jackson 这边走，然后那个伟伦这边，
伟伦
pass， 然后那个 Kobe 罗英当，不行，再回传给 Jackson。好，现在I know.
21 points for the Braves here in the third quarter. With almost 6 minutes left to play, it is insane efficiency, but the Arc are trying to put this operation together on the fly. On August 21st, they were approved by the Plus League board to join as a expansion team. Now, September 2nd, David Chen announces the general manager formally ran the Ghost Hawks operation, and that was the same day they had their draft, where they picked up Warren, Yewiche, and Caleb Jiang Jiale. Only made their first Instagram post on September 22nd and had their media day October 13th. Jackson finding some room and getting the whistle, and almost with the miracle shot on the clutch. He was at least announced as the latest member to join on November 4th. Don't know if he was working with the team before. Josh with 4 personal. He's the only one in any foul trouble. Goodwin with 2, Jeff Wu with 3, Mbaye with 3 is probably all right. That makes it a 14-point Braves lead. Goodwin trying to dump the pass as Gillenwater with a two-handed finish. It's too easy penetration and a sweet dime. Look out. We have a delay of game warning. You'll hear that a number of times throughout the season. Good hands by Mbaye to brush it out of bounds, but the Braves even think it was off of White. Jacoby Cole's the intended target, and they will issue the challenge.
No?
Or not?
That's okay, that's okay. Hey guys, that's okay.
Arc were successful in the first half. That one's pretty close to 50-50 if you ask me on that first, I guess, second impression.
What?
是白的球。别的镜头吗？
Might have an argument if the ball's popping up that Jacoby's hand was the last to touch it if it's popping up, because you see Mbaye's left hand is brushing outwards.
我觉得1的最后盯的。
来再看一次哦，有别的镜头吗？他现在只有这个镜头来。
Part of the Braves' 23 points this quarter have come from 6 different players, with 5 making 3-pointers. So it's a team-wide effort. And defensively, held the Arc to 2 of 10 shooting. It only says 2 turnovers, but every one of those seems to be massive. Braves also have 4 offensive rebounds.
没有50-50啊，你现在就确定有没有看到？你确定他有没有接触啊？我认为他有上移，
因为我觉得他是往
侧边啊，所以这个球有没有上移的动作啊？他有上挑这个动作的话，他就有可能改变轨迹啊。
Might be hearing the referees
接触
getting to what I was thinking.
然后白的有碰到，来最后来
白的离开，黑的
白的离开，看起来是没有，最后他就是接触了，好，他就原判就是白的球。
I think it's kind of fair that the referees would say the evidence wasn't conclusive.
经过回放，白队球。
挑战失败，洋基公正队球权。
So unlike the Arc, the Braves unsuccessful in the challenge. And it was a pretty close call, so really don't fault Aaron, the head coach, for drawing that rectangle. Coles tries to go backboard, and Kawelun jumps into another situation, another personal foul. This time against Goodwin. It always seems to be jumping at the wrong time into the wrong places. It'd be a completely different story if he was the one with the basketball. Even flying into a opponent rebounding the ball. It seems like we have a little bit of extracurriculars going on. Now, Goodwin does have a technical foul, and the referee, you saw, draw his hand up. I think that's just a matter of experience. Galwin got to know he didn't have a shot at it. Somebody had a better shot at it, so he should stay on his feet. He subbed out of the game as Mbaye give going. Gillenwater, easy baseline spin. Braves finally match up, but Coles drawing two and is fouled. David, the general manager, Chen, said the team's chemistry and work together probably only about 60% of where they could be. Consider they really have only had practice for about a month and a half as an expansion team. Brand new basketball operations, brand new front office work as Alasang airballs the three. Goodwin stuffed and out of bounds. Park really need a lot more results on the defensive end, getting stops. A very big front line right now with Koufsas. Oh, I thought Knowles was in. No, it looks like Knowles and Koufsas will alternate. Excuse me, that's Jacoby Coles. Turning ready too handsy, and now that'll send Goodwin to the free throw line. Here's he trying to jump the pass from the backside. The hand on the back. One too short and one too long. Now we say the Arcs are still in the game because of the Braves' missed free throws. Koufsas screen. But Braves match up. Boatwright in guarding Koufsas. As Warren with a finger roll way off. Alasang head fake and a interference from through the ring. Just a little excuse me with that effort. Offensive foul, though, by the two Tsinghua University guys. Not exactly on the same page. By my look of last year's box scores, 8 missed free throws for anyone attempting 10 or more is the high. Belongs to Isaiah Briscoe. Get another look at, looks like KJ sneezed and then ran right into Ray. The referees did take a replay on KJ in a rebounding effort against Ethan Zhuang in yesterday's game. He got away with no call there. The referees did think it was deemed an unsportsmanlike foul. One thing that could go into the consideration, they reviewed that play as nobody made a call and more basketball happened afterwards, and they kind of elevate the baseline for what it constitutes unsportsmanlike, especially if they didn't call it initially. But this one they were right on top of.
我的角度是看到他左手往前推了。想法？你觉得？One more。来跑哪一手？来，想法可以了。原判进攻犯规，白队进攻，蓝色进攻犯规。
So they will just say a common foul. The push.
经过回放，洪凯杰进攻犯规。
That also ended up with a contact to the face. Didn't warrant an upgrade. Backdoor to Jackson. I've been waiting for that action there. And it pays off for White. You know Braves are going to overplay Jackson. And the Braves not exactly going to leave a lot of guys on the back line. Boatwright catching, getting a screen with some room. Yes! Boatwright started the Braves game against Utsunomiya as well, hitting 5 3-pointers. Tanure with an easy layup. Braves overcommit, but it's a 2 for 3 back and forth. Boatwright after the dribble gets another one. Didn't really set his feet. And still silky smooth. Kind of a 1-4 set. Now just simple high ball screen, no look pass. Warren's 3, yet again off the mark. I don't think he's, at least perhaps the first game jitters are a big problem. Billed as a shooter and not even 15% on the game. Hasn't made one since I think the first quarter. KJ, kind of a set floater, if you can believe it. Three on two, Jackson stopping, popping, and short with the 3. Braves right now with a 31-12 third quarter. Jackson leaving KJ open, and they punish him. Look out as Allison, a diving pass. I don't know if that's how they draw it up, but Kupsas with an easy deuce. Boatwright, jump pass. And they tap the, they deflect it as now Jeff Wu is left wide open. And Boatwright with a flying tip in. Looks like the Braves are taking control of this one, up by 21 points. All the way to a cherry pick Kupsas. And as you discovered on the scorebook, the right basket is the one the game clock is pointed at. Little open run time as Mbaye all net. Coming into tonight, Mbaye only 1 for 5 from three-point land, and a lot of guys are seeing those percentages go up. Jackson sets his feet in the right corner, still off as Alasang dribbles it out of bounds. The buzzer sounds, and that's the third quarter all Braves. Hey, that's their theme, all Braves, all heart. A rude awakening for the new kids on the block in the arc. We're headed to the fourth and final frame. Braves up big here at home.
来喽，跟你身旁的朋友，给他一个大大的拥抱。别害羞，表情很重要，也要跟着陈哥跟杰哥一样，非常好。来，小朋友，给你身旁的伙伴来一个大大的拥抱，非常好，就是这样。来哦，这一对朋友看一下大荧幕。 来，先拍一下自己大荧幕，来一个拥抱好吗？来喽，两位，拥抱一下，谢谢你们。跟着陈哥还有杰哥抱一下，好，不要害羞，谢谢，非常好，很好，很好。来喽，拥抱一下，拥抱彼此。 来，欢迎你们喽！欢迎你们了，发现了，非常好，非常好。有人可以模仿一下杰哥的表情吗？表情很重要。哦，我们的赛后嘉宾也来了。来喽，最后一组，拥抱一下吧，两位。哦，我们小男孩越南的主唱也来了，互相拥抱，谢谢。
The next game on the schedule, December 11th. Going to be a long break before Pilots play the Braves in Taoyuan Arena for the FIBA World Cup qualifiers window. Bad pass, and KJ will blow the layup and commit the foul. Took it away from Caleb Jiang, the second round pick of the ARC in the amateur draft. He's handling the rock as the Braves, again in a box and one for Jackson. Jacobs on a little crease, but can't get it to fall. Reverse ball screen and a quick whistle. I think Galway is just fouled out. KJ can't set really hard screens, so the switch can be imminent. Galway leads with 7 points, 2 boards, and 2 assists. Double team and recover. KJ making it harder on himself and still buries the three. ARC have gone cold, and here come the Braves once again. Got it. It's Boatwright joining the party. 15 points for him, just like that. Coles will runner. Jacoby Coles parted 4 straight black titles as Benny Boatwright, though, shows he's hotter. Out of USC. Another timeout as the Braves look like they have this one in the book. We'll go to a break, and the rest of the action will return after this. Benny Boatwright raising up to second among the Braves' top scorers, one of 6 players scoring in double digits. A blown layup by Arc. With a reset pass. Boatwright's got Jackson on him. Finally going with some power and makes the jumper. Alasang, look what I found with a runner to bring the Arc above the 80-point mark. Just footwork, no dribbles, but brushed out of bounds. Former Steeler Zhuang Caosen. In the vicinity of that last play, foul against the Arc. Hands go up, ball goes down. Seems like somebody didn't read the context clues in the rule book. Or I guess the handbook, more like. Gillenwater adds to his point total. Zhuang Caosen went to the Hsinchu High School, Guangfu High School, that became a basketball powerhouse in recent years. Driving kick offense as Coles switches to a runner and gets the bounce. Back pass to Gillenwater, clears the way out and adds 2 more. That's why you do your push-ups, kids. Double ball screen for Caleb. And swung to the corner. It's Jacoby Coles. A splash from the right corner. deflected out of bounds. The Arc have upped their points in the paint to 48. But along with the cold three-point shooting has really doomed them, and credit to the Braves as up close, Gillenwater getting around Alasang, who has been following along, has foul trouble, so understandably not going to play defense as aggressively in that situation. Coles, heat check, got another one. A three answering the two. Coles a pretty efficient 15 points in his debut. In fact, you could say he's a rookie too, as he was playing collegiately last year. Don't see that very often. Braves are emptying their bench with number 88 Chen Xiangjun checking into the game. One thing Chen Xiangjun is so highly anticipated re-signing with the Braves that a lot of questions are being asked. How come he's not getting more playing time? Referees might swallow their whistle as here come the Arc, 5-on-4, but not really spaced out well. Stopping the action with that foul. Easy hand on the side call. Looks like it was Boatwright caught underneath. Well, let's check off more things on the checklist. On the game, Arc have only 36 rebounds to the Braves 47. So they're up in that department, and as you can expect, the younger team actually have kept turnovers in check. They have 11 to the Braves 7, which is quite a low number. Braves want to talk it over, perhaps empty out their bench. The Arc have all 15 players on the active roster tonight, whereas the Braves have Lin Zijie still working his way back from his wrist injury sustained in the P.LEAGUE Game 7.
打快一点，不要打任何战术，就是 motion, press, cut, forward fight, shoot, drive， 啊，速度打快一点，但是要在稳定的状况出手啊，不要，不是那么乱站不稳在那边投啊，啊，然后一样，他现在还是做很多1-5的挡人，这边追很好啊，这边的再快一点，再快一点，然后他们。
Earlier today at Zenzi University, a P.LEAGUE and B.LEAGUE joint event.
Good. All good.
With
thank you.
Charles, nicknamed Blackie Chen. For 2 days, B.LEAGUE held events on the NCCU campus. A wide range of anything from giveaways to cheerleaders showing up. Even some basketball talk as we look at Chairman Liu sitting courtside. A double ball screen and looking for mismatches. Zhang Jun engaged in an arm hook, gets the and one. Arc gave up that mismatch, and Caleb paid for it on the back end. Especially when smaller players get twisted around like that. Really don't have much of a shot if the pass is delivered accurately. Chen Xiangjun already surpassing yesterday's 1 point in about 17 minutes of gameplay effort. Alasang with 2 offensive rebounds and even drawing a foul. Kind of seeing why he was selected first overall by the Lioneers, standing at 205 centimeters out of Taipei Daxue. Long time ago, back-to-back collegiate champions here in Taiwan of the UBA. Caleb jump pass as Alasang is fouled. Good 2-man game out of the baseline, out of bounds. The Braves currently at 118 points is the highest point total. They previously allowed the highest point total on this young season of only now 4 games. That was 112 twice. Chen Yue getting in on the fun. He puts through a 3. And we are 11 points away from the plus league record set all the way in season 1 by the Lioneers against the Pilots, as at the time the Lioneers needed to also increase their point differential for a chance at that inaugural year playoffs. Also, with a field of only 4 teams, only the 4th place team was eliminated. Almost getting on the stat sheet was Jade, and a foul on the rebound. Jade Mel Tse, or Yu Xiaolong, born in Queens, New York, is the overseas Chinese. Alasang has also earned his graduating papers with a personal 6 fouls. Almost a double-double. 1 rebound shy. Definitely showed off as athleticism, but sometimes the extra pushing and shoving got him in some trouble. You need to pick your spots. For those of you wondering, the ARC also signed Quincy Davis, but understandably, maybe take him a little longer to work into basketball shape. Davis's last game was back on March 26th of 2024, playing for the New Taipei Kings against the Dreamers. Chen Xiangjun from deep positioning is stopped. Lane for the ARC. And almost a quick takeaway and score. Ai Ting-eun, number 0, seeing the floor for the first time as Mbaye crosses himself over and goes out of bounds for the ARC. Don't have a lot of single-syllable team names. Former Brave Lin Ziwei delivers the goods to Caleb Jiang. A Bunong descendant. That's the Bunong Aboriginal tribe here in Taiwan. Goodwin in for some work. Over to Chen. Block from behind and block from behind a second time. There's a little bit of fun seeing the Frenches try to go at it. Lai Tian picks the pocket easily, and he's got one ahead. The alley goes underneath the basket and out of bounds. Maybe Goodwin wanted to save his legs, playing on a back-to-back. There she, Ziwei with a first block and a second. Yesterday they built a matchup between Zheng Xiangjun and Xie Zongrong. Well, we kind of missed things out by local bigs matching up day late. Lin Ziwei or George played for the Braves, played for the Steelers, getting on the pick and roll. You hear the cheers for a possible Brave joining the fray. And he will come in now. That's number 14, Cai Wen-Chen. Cai Wen-Chen, in fact, making his debut on this 6+ league season. He's been in professional basketball since 2006. Previously with Huyuan in the SBL, then the Braves starting in 2016, and there it is. He actually played a lot of power forward in his day. Tian's runner, no, and maybe a little assist from Winston on that offensive board. Winston standing at 190 centimeters, only about 6'2", almost 6'3". Jonathan, even through the bobbles, gets the score. Pretty productive in his short time yesterday. Quirk, a little pop-up shot. Mark, 1 point shy of 100 points, the century mark. Braves passed that long time ago. Just driving kick offense as Lai Tian stopped over to Spencer. A double-digit score last night and a kind of a bailout foul. Mark were very aggressive, swarming Jonathan Wu-Bei. Check Wu-Bei with the bright yellow shoes. The Braves actually were 1 point shy of the Plus League record back on February 12th, 2023. Couple of misses though. Under 2 minutes to play. Zhang Ziya trying to stay in front of KJ on the hook pass. Check Wu-Bei from 7 feet away. More free throw opportunities. Maybe the arc can settle in. Lightians catch and shoot, a close miss as Winston flies in for the board. KJ trying to pass somewhere and now stuck in a puddle. Quirk starts a break. Remember, next basketball as it's Caleb with a corner shot. East Asia Super League on November 12th, and otherwise Chinese Taipei November 28th against Team Japan, starting the World Cup qualifiers. There's 130 for the Braves on KJ's hoisted triple. Mayo counters with a 3 of his own. He's been an okay three-point shooter in his pro career, but he needs to be an elite three-point shooter. Or sometimes he's kind of slow-footed. Handle's not so secure. Time running down at Lightingan to Spencer. The flyby, got it! So, folks, on a Sunday night here from Taipei, the Braves break the Plus League single game scoring record. That last board pulled down, and 133 to 106 is your final. Aaron finally can let out a smile with the team winning their first game. 1 win, 2 losses on their young season. The Yankee Arc came out of the gates hot, and you can see that there's a number of corrections that they need to make. Lost many assignments on defense. Sometimes they got a little bit turnover happy in the wrong times. A 39-point third quarter. Arc really didn't have any single quarter that was all that defensive outstanding, but it's only game 1 of a 24-game regular season for them. We're waiting on our post-game interview. The Braves play the Pilots next on December 11th. The Arc play the Ghost Hawks for the Tainan season home opener on December 20th. And they next match up on January 4th back here at Höping Gymnasium. There's Jason with number 6,吴永胜。
缴出双位数的得分，拿下这场比赛。先告诉全场的球迷，你的心情爽不爽？
就是还是很高兴嘛，可以帮助到球队，可以拿下这场比赛。然后因为昨天打了一场很不精彩的球赛，然后今天我们所有的团队，然后都会 fight back， 然后可以让我们今天拿下这场胜利，是团队功劳这样。
好，那在下半场，其实你们跟洋基最大的差别就在于3分线外。那可不可以告诉我们，你们在中场的时候做了哪一些的讨论？
其实教练团没有特别说什么，就是我们就是持续的打我们的体系，然后持续的进攻，然后。就会鼓励射手，或是鼓励大家，就是空档有多投，然后从里面打到外面吧。对，所以就是等他们禁区的时候 ，help side 就很多会帮忙我们的大个，然后我们外线就有空档，然后很高兴今天大家都有把握这样。
好，那在今年球季，你们终于拿到了开湖的胜利，有没有什么话想要对现场的球迷们说？
就是很谢谢球迷，一直以来进场为我们加油，然后我们会持续打更精彩的球赛给大家，这样。
现场的球迷掌声给到吴永胜，也请吴永胜在我们的镜头前面签下 MVP 的签名。
来，永胜请留步，谢谢主播。那我们先来到中间，我们有5位的幸运球迷要赶紧的来到我们场边来集合。我们在永胜签名之前，我多问一题啦，好不好？昨天赛后遇到嘛，我就问你，今天要推荐，昨天要推荐我们小姐，你跟我说今天应该有心情了，分享给大家。美食专家吴永胜推荐大家今天赛后吃什么，好不好？
姜母鸭好了。
姜母鸭好了，好，来签名吧。前几天刚立冬嘛，对不对？所以天气冷，补一下身体。先别急着离开哦，有签名小球要送给你们哦。那有5位得主，赶快来集合报到。 那还有4颗小球会送给现场的球迷朋友，所以先别急着离开，在赛后还有精彩的演唱会。来，我们确认一下哈。好 ，OK， 来，那我们先请5位朋友一个一个来，来，永胜帮我一个一个来颁奖，来中间。好，我们要合照一张哦。先看相机，来手机看这里 ，OK 吗？好，来下一位朋友，来比尔帮我引导，球送给你哦，谢谢。来手机，来手机，等我们一下，先看相机。来手机，看您的手机哦。好，再一张，看这里。好，谢谢你。来，下一位朋友。来，手机，先看相机。来看手机。好，来下一位朋友。手机要记得呢，先看相机。来，手机这边。好，来，我们在送之前，我们再还有2颗，帮我签一下。
Giving our final remarks, wrapping up Game 4 of the Plus League regular season between the Taipei Fubon Braves, who you would have known from the Plus League inaugural year, against the very brand shining new Yankee Engineering Arts. The Braves come away with the record-setting 133-106 victory. There you have the final statistics on the game. Points, field goal shooting, three-point shooting, rebounds, assists, and turnovers. The Braves secure the rebounds and protect the basketball enough that they eventually broke through the arc. Need to rethink their defensive strategy, having given up a record number of points. The Braves also set their own team record of 21 three-pointers made. Previous mark was 19, one shy of tying the Plus League record, 22. That was set by the Lioneers and Kings, who each did it one time in their time here in the Plus League. The standout line score across belongs to Troy Gillenwater, 29 points, 11 rebounds, made 10 of 11 free throws. The Braves certainly took it to the arc in terms of being more aggressive, and the arc maybe had to pay for a little extra tuition with 25 fouls called against them. So we've been previewing it, but once again, we'll be going into the FIBA World Cup qualifiers break. And when we return, it will be December 11th at Taoyuan Arena, where the Braves and Pilots will match up once again. The Pilots have a long trip back from the Philippines, where they last played the Morocco Bolts in East Asia Super League play. And if you've been interested in this Yankee arc, they next play on December 20th in Tainan, where you'll also see the Tainan TSG Ghost Hawks next. There's Aaron Yang-Zhenlei on the left and Jason Hong Tong Cao on the right, who were giving the Mandarin commentary. Jason also venturing onto the floor to interview Jeff Wu in the post game. So the Braves really find their form that they've been looking for 2.5 games, and they at least send the crowd home happily. And time for a break in play, where the national team guys will now set their sights on Team Japan. It won't be an easy, as the Japanese Basketball Association has done great work alongside the professional B League as well. Many impressive transformations coming up. But here in the Plus League, I'm Ryan Chen, and we'll be saying goodbye. See you in the next one.